Hello everyone, Warangel here, and welcome back to Grimgor'z campaign for Mortal Empires. Now it's been a little while since the last episode, thanks to my mental health playing up, but I am back. I'm very excited to be continuing this campaign, starting with us finishing off the stunties of Carrick Azul. Now, before I started recording, I did just spend some time moving the army down from Carrick Azul itself into position to go after their final settlement here at Spite Peak. We can see as well, if I click on Grimgor'z army, we are pretty much back up to full strength, ready to go. Although, during the last end turn phase, they made a little mistake. You see this little army here, led by Rungni Hogmog, what a fantastic name that is. But he has moved outside of reinforcement range of Spite Peak, meaning now that the fight for the settlement is going to be easier. So let's not disappoint and take advantage of it, shall we? Go ahead, Grimgor. Let's get some more beards. Now, Banspar, as you can see now, is very much in my favour. There's no point fighting this, is there? Let's go ahead and auto-resolve. Took a few more casualties than I expected. But it'll be okay, we'll be fine. We have just finished researching, what was it, Healy mushrooms, if I remember right. So we'll have a bit of extra bonus to our casualty replenishment on top of the faction effect from Grimgor. But let's go at occupied Spite Peak. We have now secured the Southern World Edge Mountains. And let's click through these. We've got Confident Attacker, Beard Collector. Nice. More beards from my collection. I will sleep softly this night. Wow, who would have thought that dwarf beards are basically the Warhammer equivalent of what? A memory foam mattress or something? How weird. But the leadership bonus is quite nice, but we'll take that. Nothing else, okay. So, this must be the only army they've got left, and it means they're probably going to do one of two things. They're either, one, going to do a suicide run towards Spite Peak in order to try and take it back, or two, they're going to do, like, if you see my previous campaigns of Vikland and that, you will see the AI do stuff like, if you remember Espeth von Draken, she ended up managing to last multiple turns by simply staying in raiding stance and in camp stance. So, well, that might be the case as well when they try and find a new settlement. But we shall see, we shall see. In the meantime though, what can we do with here? Let's first of all get some more obedience. It's actually pretty good right now, despite us recently taking it. But if we can get it higher, that's going to help things out. Now, do we want to upgrade anything? No, not particularly. In fact, no. Tell a lie. This will be a good opportunity to bring up two comments that have been recently said in previous videos. Firstly, that we could do with a second army back up here in our main province. Because of our negative relationship with the dwarves of Karasakarak, who have recently confederated with Waaagh, it's going to be likely that they will declare war at some point in the future. So having a second army around here just to help defend the settlements is going to be useful. Not only that, but apparently we should be upgrading to get big guns, and to replace our normal orc boys. Now the thing is, I don't know if they count as special, rare or core units in the tabletop units mod. I think they count as core because they did in the tabletop, but let's find out. We want to get ourselves a new lord. We're going to use Gorfang because why not? Alright, we'll put you here and let's have a quick look. Oh right, yeah, they do count as core, but they are going to take 2 turns to recruit. Oh, thank god I got a ton of money. Right, let's have a quick look. Where are we here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got 9. We only want to recruit 8, because I want to recruit a new hero for the army, a Black Orc War Boss, which I've got a really good story and name and background as submitted by Drake Immaterium. When we recruit him, I will show off the backstory, as well as his name. But for now though, let's get you. Let's go for that. So we get the 5 of them recruited straight off. We'll have a Bernie Aardrock. Yeah, that's been upgraded. We need to upgrade the wall side to a guardhouse, just so we can get walls around there. We've got a bit more cash. Let's upgrade here to a Greenskin burrows, so we can put walls around it as well. Just in case. Just in case. But saying that, while we are defending, or preparing to defend against the dwarves, they are not going to be our next opponents. Our next challenge is actually been selected for us, and that is the Knights of Caledor, who in the last end turn phase declared war on us. Now this is the new High Elf faction with Imric of Caledor, Prince Imric, the descendants of Caledor Dragontama, which, you know what, thinking about it, that's actually really cool that we've gone from Cazador Dragonslayer to basically Imric Dragontama. Might have to make that the title of the video. Anyway, so this is going to be our next target, so what I'm thinking is that we're going to let Grimgor'z start making his way up in the next turn to, say, Black Iron Mine. We'll have Gorfang then by then, hopefully would have recruited the big guns. We'll swap them around, and then we'll send Grimgor then over to here. And then Gorfang will either stay near Black Crag, or potentially we might move him down maybe to Carrick Azul or something. Just so if Imric gets any ideas about coming to attack us from the south, then we'll have something to defend while we attack from the north. I think that will work out quite nicely. But anyway, let's just quickly now get through our last bit and pieces for the turn. So Grimgor, let's actually continue making... No, I'll tell you what we will do with you. Let's get you... Looter. Let's get him, so he will be able to use Lightning Strike. That's a very useful skill to have, so I would like to try and get it as quickly as we can. As for you, Gorfang, we'll give you Wild Marcher and Dead Hard. I think that's quite fitting for you. And then Big Thinking. What are we going to give for research? Now, this may change in the future. There's a current beta at the moment which lets you... They've done some tweaking to the technology tree, so I think it does some more benefits to orcs in general, rather than the big goblin issue it is right now, where pretty much everything benefits goblins, rather than orcs. But that's actually causing a problem with the mods, is why I didn't release an episode last week, is because I didn't realize that it changed from just using the beta for sorting out the weapons damage problems to becoming a much bigger thing, which seemed to affect the mods. But I've now gone back to basically this current build, and it should be fine. But anyway, let's go. I'm going to go for no complaining. I'm thinking having that extra bit of obedience is going to be quite useful. But there we go. What I'm going to do now is skip forward a few turns. Once we've gone through the end turn phase, we'll see what happens with these guys. Now I'm probably going to skip forward a few turns just so we can get the army built up, Grimgor up to here, and then we can start the invasion of the Knights of Caledor. But let's just see what happens first with Carrick Azul. Oh wow, Thoric Ironbrow has taken over, and he's come to attack. Huh. To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised the Banspar's like this, because even though we've taken a few casualties, we've got some good troops with us. We've got, you know, boar boys and things like that way. And all Thoric has is a bunch of miners and himself. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to auto-resolve it. Because let's just say I'll be shocked if we actually lose this fight. Okay? A close victory. Wow. I'll take it. Well, we took quite a few losses. Luckily, though, we didn't lose any full units. Oh, we did from the garrison, but that's fine. We'll get those replenished easily enough. We'll get the replenishment back easily enough. We're just going to go and get a bit of extra cash and ransom them back. And there we go. Okay, everyone. Welcome back. Now, it's been a few turns, and as you can see, I've spent it moving Grimgor'z army up to Black Iron Mine, while recruiting the new units for his army with Gorfang. So now it's just a case of merging the two together, and we'll be all sorted for our attack on the Knights of Caledor. Now, as we've been doing that, I've also moved Little Boss down to Carrick 8 peaks. The reason being is that we have now started the quest chain for Gitsnik, and our first objective was to put a Goblin Big Boss inside Grimgor'z army, which was pretty easy. And now the second one, our cone one, is to do an assassination attempt successfully on a Greenskin faction. Now, given that the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits happen to be right here, I figured we'll send Little Boss down here to attack someone. Now, they only got one army, which is this one here, and we haven't attacked them yet because we only just got here, and they were down here in Valaia's Sorrow, just out of range. But now they've moved back. Let's try and do this. 50, 50, 44. Well, hang on, actually. We can level him up. Let's see if we can make it a bit easier. Yeah, let's go assassinate. And for purposes, we might as well go block army. So let's try this now. 57. Okay, that's a little better. 51. Okay. Let's go for Nogdrod. Sounds like one of the orcs from Shadow of War. Right, assassinate failure. Bugger. Well, all we can keep doing with Little Boss is keep trying until we eventually are successful, and then we can do the next part then of Gitsnik's quest chain. But now, let's start sorting out our new units. So we'll move you slightly over here, and we'll get Gorfang to come over. Now, as you can see down here, we've recruited 2 new heroes that's going to be joining Grimgor'z army. Firstly, we've got Skulk, an Orc Shaman, whose name is free to be changed. If you want to submit a name and backstory for him, feel free to do so in the link pinned in the comment section. But the other guy will be revealing in just a moment. I just want to quickly move these guys over. Right, yeah, you can have Spite as well. And then we're going to send you over there. You probably already spotted his name just then, but now that I can reveal properly, his name is The Other True Git. Now, his backstory is coming on screen right now, and like I said, this is a character submitted by Drake Immaterium, one of my viewers, and his backstory, I love it. It's very orky, to say the least, and so, yeah, we've got The Other True Git joining the True Git himself, Grimgor'z. But now that our army is together, we've actually got quite a lot of scrap as well. So we're going to take advantage and try and upgrade the big guns. Now I got told... yeah, weapon strength we can increase by 25%. Or we can give plus 25 armor. To be honest, both of them are both really good options. Let's go for more damage. At least with a few. We can upgrade 20 scrap. We can do 3 lots more. Perfect. Now we also got an opportunity to actually use the Call to Waaagh. So this is the new mechanic for the Greenskins, if you haven't seen it on any other YouTuber's channel. But this allows us now to issue a Call to Waaagh and be able to target an enemy faction. And depending on how strong the faction is, like Karak is level 8 here. So because it's in the top 1, we can get the biggest trophy if we were successful in our war against them. Now the Knights of Caledor... hang on. Oh, wow. That could come in useful. The fact that there's a faction strength number on top of a ruin obviously makes it clear that there's a faction there. Skaven. That's very sneaky way of figuring that out. I can't say I'd be too sure I like that. I think it would make more sense if we knew there was Skaven there that it would come up, but not as it currently is, where it's just a ruin with a number above it. But yeah, these guys are level 81. If we did use the Call to Waaagh, we only get a big trophy. To be honest, I'm going to save it. We are getting some really good bonuses right now, so we might as well let it happen. But you guys can start making your way over towards here. And then as for you, Gorfang, what I'm actually going to do with you, I'm going to compromise. I'm going to move them down, to Carrick Azul. No, I'll tell you what, we'll put you in here in Black Iron Mine. This way then we'll have a compromise. If the dwarves declare war on us, we can start bringing him around to the Bernard Rock or Black Crag in order to defend that territory. If the Knights of Caledor come along here then, we may end up sacrificing Spike Peak, but we can get him in position then to go up and defend Carrick Azul, and that should hopefully help us out as well then with Black Iron Mine. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. But apart from that, I'm not going to be spending much in the way of money because we've got only so much in our treasury and we are in a deficit right now. So we'll give it some time. What I'll do then is skip forward another turn or two until we're in position to attack Mount Greyhag, unless the Knights of Caledor attack us. But let's find out. Okay then guys, are you ready to attack the Knights of Caledor? I certainly am. Now Imric is around here with his army somewhere. He was originally in the last turn at Ashridge Mountain. Ashridge Mountains. Not what I thought I just said it. But he was here, but he's disappeared off into the fog of war, so I don't know where he's gone to. But it might be a good idea now, in hindsight, to have actually moved Gorfang down here. And thanks to my neighbour, deciding to get on with some gardening, even though it's starting to rain a bit. Oh well. Just in case, let's actually move him down to Carrick Azul. If Imric is coming this way, then it's going to be good to have the extra units. If he's swinging around to go after his capital, which I believe is somewhere along the coast here, then it means we got quite a lot of territory for us to attack. But let's start things off again after Mount Greyhag. What a name. Bandspar, very much in my favour, we're going to go ahead and do that. And do we want to loot and occupy it? To be honest, I think we might do. The reason being is because Mount Greyhag, if I remember right, no, I'll tell you what, we'll occupy it. I want to check. Yeah, Mount Greyhag does not belong to here, it belongs to the Wolflands. So, completely different territory. But it does give us a good starting point. It actually has a level 3 fighting pit. So we could have recruited big guns here, if we knew. Okay, and the Boss Shack will help us out as well. We'll keep that for now. Pop for all of those. But there we go, that's a good start. Very good start. Oh yes. Yes. We can now get Ironhard. These Ironhard gits are particularly tough and gnarly Greenskins. Casualty replenishment for him, and it is going to go down. And he'll be able to heal up much more quickly as well. But, Lightning Strike, perfect. Because of Grimgor'z being by himself, for the most part, it would be handy if Imric has more forces to be able to pick and choose which ones we attack. So I'm quite happy to get that. Now, Skulk, at least your name for the moment. We're going to give you the Gaze of Mork. In fact, let's go Gaze of Mork and Power of the Waaagh. It's been so long since I've actually seen these. I know Brainbuster, that was deadly when I was playing against the Greenskins when we were doing the Brigon campaign. The amount of casualties that spell was causing on my troops was devastating. It really was. But the other true gets... Oh wow, you get Heroic Killing Blow. Oh, that's cool. We'll give you Dead Hard for now. And to be honest, I think we might just make you into a tank monster. His personal combat skills already reflect that. As you can see, physical resistance is 10% because he has the tough trait. We might just go all in and just making him into a tank of a unit. So, extra armor or just increased melee defense, I think will be a good start for you. So while you're doing that, Little Boss is still trying to wound a character. It's still about 55%, 57, at the moment now 56. But he's failed every single time so far. Is he going to change it? He's done it. Thank God for that. So, that's now done. We've completed that quest. What's next? Moving a character to the eastern border princes. Haven't infiltrated another tribe, listened to rumours being Oh yeah, because there's apparently a war boss with a magical axe heading up for Blackfire Pass. So we may be fighting a quest battle in the next episode or two. For now though, let's get you. Eastern Border Princes is up near here. Now does Varanka Hills count? No, it doesn't. Okay. We'll move you towards Akendorf for now. It'll take a few turns, but that's fine. And what else do we need to do? What we could do actually, Gorfang's Lair. Let's upgrade this now to a guardhouse. That way then now both the Burning Aardvark and Gorfang's Lair happen to have walls. Once that's finished upgrading at least. The only slight problem of course is our money. We're going to have to continue looting. Although our next target would definitely be the Ash Ridge Mountains. I blame the fact I've been watching too much South Park reruns. Decided to go back and watch them since I never did as a kid. But yeah, I think that's making me have a bad influence on the way I'm talking. Ugh. Well, that's never good news, is it? The lands around Mount Greyhag are apparently haunted with the spirits and ghosts of dead warriors. -4 obedience for 3 turns. Not ideal, but it is currently okay, that's going to go down massively. Doesn't help we have Skaven. Oh, it does bug me sometimes, the way the province mechanic works. That because these presumably belong, at least we know Crookback Mountain does for definite, belongs to the Skaven. It means that we will have Skaven corruption happening over here. Looks like they may be our next targets once we've dealt with Calador. Now for you, let's get you moving around here. Oh, hello.
Futile and insulting.
Right. I have to be honest. I'm looking forward to checking out what this unit's like. This is introduced with a mod you can find in the mod collection, but allows you to recruit dragon mages. Now these characters tend to be okay-ish in combat, but they do have fire magic. They were one of the first ways of giving elves fire magic until the latest updates. So I'll be interested to see how they actually look in particular. Oh, you have got the Starlance and your knight armor. Oh wow, I didn't realise that gives you an ability to restore your health. That might be annoying. Right, we'll come back to that. The other Trugit, let's give you some more points in hard to hit. Skulk, yeah, let's go Brainburster. Nice and easy. Gorfang has now moved into position there. Little Boss is making his way up, it's going to take a little while. But, yeah, looking forward to getting our hands on Gidsnik eventually. Okay, another confederation with Karak, Karak, and Zufbar. Although, according to the balance, the faction strength bars during the end turn phase, Karak over Drin, sorry. I was going to say Karak, no, that's not the one. But Karak Kadrin, the Slayer faction, they're actually much more powerful than Karak, so I wonder if we're going to see a confederation take place, where Karak-Kadrin become basically the rulers of the Dwarf Kingdoms. Will be interesting. But we're not here for that, or for the scheme of doom. We're here to go after Ash Ridge Mountains.
I will not humiliate myself.
Now I wonder, how is this fight going to go? Imric, are you riding your dragon yet? Starlance, Dragonhorn. No, Lord of Dragons, Potion of Speed. Hang on. Even though skip. Oh wow, so that actually affects everybody. I wasn't sure if Lord of Dragons just meant that it would affect dragons. Wow, okay, Potion of Speed. It doesn't look like he is. So if we can eliminate him pretty quickly, that would be okay. Of course, we are going to have to fight Dragon Princes. He does have at least one dragon with him. Don't know, does he have 2? But this might be the way we end today's episode, with a fight for Imric. So let's quickly just do everything else first of all. Gorfang is quite happy where he is. In fact, what we could do... Oh, hang on, never mind. Skullcrag have taken Karak Asgar. But here, Dringor'az. We could start moving him down here just to even explore. Nah, we'll keep you where you are. It might be a better idea, though, to move you up towards Black Iron Mine again. Little Boss is continuing on his way, although let's level you up. We'll go for a point in damage walls, since we've done everything else. How long is it going to take you to get up to here, anyway? Next turn. Okay. Right. That's all the big stuff done. Let's go and fight him. Okay, Banspar is in my favour, but there's a big thing here. Well, I'm not that concerned about their units, although the Weaver Archers are always going to be annoying. Horse Cavalry always is. But they only have the one dragon. They do have a bunch of archers, but to be honest, I think we can win this relatively easily. But let's end the episode with a fight, so I shall see you guys on the battlefield. Welcome everyone to the battlefield. So the first thing you may notice is that we're about 3.5 minutes into the battle already, because nothing happened for the most part. All that happened is that the High Elves moved into a position on this side of the map. We turned around to face them, and we took a couple of shots with our Doom Divers. Now, first volley against this unit of archers didn't disturb the High Elves in the slightest, but as soon as we started targeting their Dragon Princes over on their left flank, sorry, our left flank, it's caused them to start moving. So, we started charging in once they got a bit closer, and as you can see on my left flank, we've got the Boar Boy Biggins and the Boar Chariot, hoping to try and catch both the Weavers and the Dragon Princes in the same combat. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out. But as we move across here now, you can see my boys are starting to charge in. The Immortals already taken a bit of damage, and something I didn't notice until the actual combat, but if we can, excuse me, click on you guys a minute, no? But apparently giving them the Immortals banner also gives them an ability to not die, as long as their health is, their leadership I should say, is over 50%, which is why we have seen them take a lot of casualties, like now, but not actually have any deaths. That's going to change a little bit later, but for now though, yeah, they're doing not too badly. Now at this point though, we can see Imric and Grimgor'z are about to fight. I actually lost to Imric, because he was over on this flank over here in the distance to start with. But yes, he is, because bam, here comes the Gaze of Mork. Grimgor'z has used the Your Next ability to try and slow him down a bit, but it's taken a little while for the duel to take place, but luckily he charges in just as we activate our Waaagh, so that's given our troops a nice bonus. Now the Immortals are going to finish off this unit of Spearmen pretty easily, but the fight continues along our bow line. This unit here I was a little disappointed with, because I didn't realise until much later that a lot of the army wasn't even fighting the White Lions. They're just standing around cheering on their couple of mates over here who are fighting, and to be honest, the White Lions aren't doing too good anyway, but still, one of those things. Now over on this flank then, we've managed to see off the dragon, and we're chasing down the Dragon Princes with my units of Boar Boy Biggins and my usual unit of boys. Whereas over here then, we've got the Gaze of Mork attacking the Sun Dragon, we've got the Doom Divers attacking the Sun Dragon. It's not a good day to be a dragon on this map, I can tell you that now. But in the center now, we have now pushed through with the Immortals, chasing down the units of archers here, trying to keep them going, that way they're not going to fire at us, because these archers are causing a lot of damage to my troops. But as they're pushing through then, the dragon is going to start coming around to a complete, thing. But over here now, you can see that Imric is trying to run away from the battlefield. Grimgor'z is chasing after him, but he keeps retreating, charging back in, and then retreating again. So we are doing a ton of damage to him, but thanks to his knight armor, it's going to be quite difficult. Now back over here, the Immortals still haven't taken a single loss yet, but as their leadership goes down, they will essentially start taking casualties, and it doesn't help when we have the Sun Dragon charging into their rear. Now, he's already going to town, and because of the low health, they're taking a lot of losses very, very quickly. But another Waaagh is going to help us out. They're able to see them off, and as you saw, Gaze of Mork was shot into them.
My Doom Divers are just finishing them off with a... Wow! Look at that head dive! Wow. But that's been defeated. And look at the bodies from the Immortals. Shocking. And we're still taking more and more losses. Eventually we're going to catch up. But at this point though, we have broken most of their front line. The archers are causing problems, although things like the brain burster there have helped out a little bit, as well as a shot from the Doom Divers. I got ball boys all over the way in the distance here. Didn't realise they were chasing after the Dragon Princes. And at this point now, victory is in our grasp. It's just dealing with all these archers and trying not to take too many casualties in the process. But we got a noble over here. The other true Git has been fighting away, helping against the spears. And he's done a fantastic job, 32 kills. Not too bad for his first battle. Whereas over here, we've still got Imric and Grimgor'z fighting. Well, I say fighting, he's running off, trying to get the charges in, and Grimgor'z is just chasing after him as much as he can. Oh, he's used the Armor of Calador again to restore his health. But we are going to charge in, activate the Lord of Dragons as well, didn't help. But we're going to eventually win that fight once everyone starts chain routing. But for the moment, we've got our boys firing into the unit of archers here. The Immortals are still chasing after this unit here. This one's coming around here. Basically, it's just chasing them down and trying to engage the archers. But it won't be too long, though. Oh, we've got the other true Git heading towards that Dragon Mage here. But there we go, a chain rout occurs. Everybody's going to start running off the battlefield. And victory is mine. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, it is a Pyrrhic victory. The enemy had managed to kill quite a few of our troops, despite, in my opinion, us having the better quality troops. But we will take the victory nonetheless, and Ash Ridge Mountain belongs to us. Let's head back to the campaign map. So, a Pyrrhic victory, unfortunately, but I'm surprised it went like that, to be honest. They managed to hang on much, much longer than I thought. And those archers, as you can see from the amount of troops they've killed, were actually more devastating than I expected them to be. But then again, we are talking about high elf archers, some of the best in the world, compared especially to our own boys, who didn't do too bad, did they? Thinking about it. But this is obviously when you take into account the amount of kills we get from wiping out the whole army. But the most important thing is, we were able to defeat Imric, even though he managed to hang on for quite some time, I imagine thanks to his armor. But we'll take the Pyrrhic victory, and we will take Ash Ridge Mountains as well. Perfect. And we defeated that Dragon Mage, which didn't turn out to be that useful, in my opinion. We just had to blast him a couple of times with the Gaze of Morg. But, ooh, Dragonslaya. Here, were dragons, so we get +8 bonus against large. That's not really a big deal. 5 resistance will come in handy. I mean, if we can pick up an ability or a magical item that will give us regeneration. Now, regeneration normally comes with a penalty for fire resistance to represent fire, as a purifying force, cauterizes wounds, that sort of thing. But if we can get an ability, even with the debuff that will provide, this will counter that quite nicely. We'll have to think about that. And then as for Ash Ridge Mountains, we could get ourselves some more ball boys. But to be honest, what I'm thinking, we'll grab ourselves some more troops over at Mount Greyhag, simply because of where it is, isolated and by itself. It's going to be facing a few rebellions in that, most likely, especially as you can see here, -9 at the moment. So yeah, that's going to be a factor. But as for here, we don't particularly need a Borstai, so we'll go ahead and do that, because luckily we didn't lose any full units. But we'll get rid of that. We will get some more defenses here as well. But we'll give our troops a turn or so to rest up. Especially the Immortals. I can't believe how many casualties they took in the fight. But this might be our next target here, Mantressa. An Archmage of what? Death. Oh wow. Okay. But I'm thinking we'll take her out next and then move over towards Darkhold. Once we've taken that now, we can move down to the fortress of Wurrzag, their capital. And then once we've taken that, that's the Knights of Caledor defeated. Once we've done that, I would like to try and bring him up ready to deal with the dwarves. So what we'll probably do once we've taken the fortress is maybe make a detour towards Nagashazar and the Desolation of Nagash, just so we can get our hands on some more territory. Now, I know there's a unique build you can get for the ruins of Nagashazar, but I believe it's special for Azhag, but otherwise it may just be a general, build-in that you can get for any other faction, which isn't Tomb Kings, Undead, or Azhag. So that's definitely something to think about. But then we can make our way back up to here and then start pushing up and then ready to go after the Karak. We shall see. We shall see. That's still going to be at least an episode or so away from now. So let's just end things here, I think. Well, once we hit this, anyway. Let's see if anything actually happens during this end-turn phase, thinking about it, before we actually end it. So we've got Michaela actually making her way over. She hasn't done anything. She's just been sort of following our forces around, keeping an eye on us, no doubt. But not actually doing anything with regards to agent actions, which is good. I can't complain about that. Oh, hello, Thorgrim. Part of me feels I should be a little bit concerned about that. Right then. Here is where we're going to end the episode now, guys. So what I'm going to do in between is probably let them have another turn of rest. It's actually going to take 2 turns to get over to Darkhold. So what I'll do is probably go after Mantressa's army here. Allow them to get the replenishment, and then we'll go after Darkhold. So I'll see what I might do. I might either just fight the battle in between episodes and then carry on next time, or we may just fight the battle then. We shall see. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and you do join me next time for some more Warhammer. But until then, everybody, take care, and goodbye for now.